Okay, so children, we were discussing about the recent trends in service marketing. Isn't it? Recent trends in service marketing and different areas where growth is expected in our country. Like as we had discussed earlier, service sector, or we can say the core areas of service sector in India. That is what we had started discussing. There is tourism, tourism sector. Then there is hospitality. Then healthcare, banking, insurance, education, IT, information technology, entertainment, entertainment industry. These are some of the areas under service sector which is gaining momentum or which is gaining importance and which are contributing to the GDP of our country. Main areas I have told over here, mentioned over here. So we have also seen that the studies are saying that our economy is also moving towards a service dominated one. So the contribution of each of this sector is very relevant. Apart from these sectors, there are also other sectors like we can say repairing sector, dry cleaning, and other small sectors which are also gaining importance. So last lecture we had seen about tourism, how in our country tourism can be explored and tourism can be expanded. Several opportunities can be brought in over here in order to attract more and more tourists in the country, both international, that is foreign tourists and also domestic tourists. Now, we have also seen that different trends which can be used over there, like relationship marketing, automation, location-based technology and all when it comes to tourism. Today, we are going to discuss about hospitality. What is this hospitality? Hospitality sector means it is about the hotel industry. Hotel industry. Okay, hotel industry means it is the major source for accommodation of the people. And one thing we have to remember here is that tourism sector and hospitality sector are very much interrelated, very much connected, we can see. And there is constant transformation in this sector worldwide. And the facilities, it's more about the facilities being provided in each of these sector. Facilities being provided to whom? To the customers. Worldwide, we can say that there has been lots of changes. It has become more functional and practical throughout the world. The standard of facility, customer services have changed a lot. It has evolved a lot. It has become like more use of technology is there now. More use of technology means that is why sitting at one place, we can easily book a room in any other place. It has become very much technology friendly. Then it has also become, like we can say, environment friendly services. Then there is also pricing. Pricing has also very good impact. Segmentation, regional preferences as well. Regional preferences means, for example, a particular area where a particular tourism spot is quite famous, but there is no much accommodation facility over there. So regionally, when we are giving importance to tourism sector, equal importance should be given to the hotel industry as well. The occupancy in the hotel industry, the room rates and all in the hotel industry have become quite relevant nowadays. And this is again one area which is contributing, as I told you, contributing to the GDP of our country. Now, as I told you earlier, this is very much connected with the tourism sector because inherent strength of Indian economy of our country itself is the culture, varied heritage and all, which is attracting tourists from world over. That is why there is increased international tourists and all in our country, except for last 1 year, we can say due to the pandemic. Otherwise, there is huge flow of tourists in our country. So for foreigners and even for the be it for leisure travel, or maybe it could be for we had seen medical tourism, we had seen it could be for that purpose, or even if it is for a business visit, they will definitely spend, at least we can say, ranging from 3 to 4 days, 3 to 4 days, or it may even go up to 1 week. So where they will stay. So that is why this is important to understand, that the accommodation facilities which are available for the customers should be quite uh, facility and quite facilities, in the sense all types of facilities should be provided to them, and it should be friendly with the customers as well. The government of India has announced so many schemes. They have even given or set up this tourist visa, that is scheme of tourist visa on arrival for citizens from different parts of the country. So along with that, there have been several other measures also taken by the government to accelerate the growth in this particular sector. As I told you, the facilities are very important, which are supposed to attract the customers. The infrastructure, this we cannot do. This is again in the hands of the government. That should be developed by the government. Then that is creating a world-class infrastructure. Then we can say that better air and land connectivity. Air and land connectivity, so that it is easy for the customers to, or tourists, we can say, better name, tourists to reach these places, and especially in setting up in tier 2 and 3 cities. Tier 2 and 3 cities are those cities which are not the metropolitan cities. Like we can say small cities. Why this is being set up over there? This is done in order to explore the untapped geographical areas. Explore the untapped geographical areas. Now what happens is that without this access to transportation or without proper connectivity, it will be difficult to reach many places, especially in the interiors of the country. So that is why government from their side is setting up many such schemes in order to attract the customers. Same way we can say that government is also focusing more on PP model, that is PPP model, that is private. I just mention over here. What is PPP model? Public-private partnership. This is not only limited to any particular industry. In fact, PPP model can be developed in various areas. Like in tourism sector itself, we can develop PPP model in medical tourism, sports adventure tourism, religious tourism, wildlife tourism, and all. The thing is, there should be more uniformity in all these activities, and that is to be assured by the government, because when we are going into the interior of the country, the kind of governance in those areas, especially the local government, they should be supportive in effective planning and also in execution of these services, and see that they are providing all the support to the tourist. So this is both interconnected, as I told you, hospitality and tourism. When you go to many places, especially in Kerala and all, there is this houseboat system. Houseboat. Apart from that, there is opportunity to stay with the local people. Stay with the local people. When they are staying with the local people, these outsiders or the foreigners, they all get a chance to learn much and more about our culture, as well as that it becomes an income for those household people also. As of now, around 2 lakh plus hotel rooms are there in the country, which is that is to in order to that also they are saying it is short. So many leading hotel brands have pepped up. They have increased their investments, and they are now in various stages of acquiring more and more properties in many places in the country, both in metro and non-metro cities. Along with that, metro and metro cities means we know the topmost cities. Apart from that, as I mentioned here, tier 2, tier 3 cities are also getting developed. Like cities, we can say Hyderabad, Pune, Jaipur, Chandigarh and all. There are areas which can be explored. So these are all secondary, we can say secondary or tertiary cities. These cities are also emerging, and this trend is now continuing. Because of this, many smaller cities are also getting developed. Then, as I told you, many large hotel groups, like one famous group is Taj Group. They have their hotel industry in various parts of the country. They were planning to set up in Delhi, then they even moved to other places in the country. So the Indian hotel industry is now seeing investment and customers from various parts of the world. Many international hotel brands have also started to have a presence in our country. Now we can say that many of these hotel restaurants is not only for lodging or accommodation facilities. Instead, they also provide service apartments throughout the country, and apart from that, they provide different facilities which the customers want to enjoy. So this is another service area which is getting developed. Then comes healthcare. Healthcare is again very important service sector in our country. Healthcare is related to the medical field. It is again one of India's largest, we can say largest sectors which is contributing to the GDP by in terms of revenue earned, and also in terms of employment opportunities to the people. So this is another one, healthcare. Now in healthcare, what happens? Healthcare may who all will be there? Like there are doctors, hospitals, medical devices, clinical trials, pharmacy, outsourcing, telemedicine, medical tourism, insurance, health insurance. Then all those things are covered over here. So Indian healthcare sector is growing at a very large, what you can say, very faster speed, and it is covering different areas. So here again, we know that in India also, Indian healthcare, it is divided into two. That is, public healthcare system is also there. Private parties are also there. We can see government hospitals are there in many parts of the country. There are dispensaries set up in many parts of the country, which are all run by the public government. And there is private parties also which are setting up so many private hospitals. So the government actually, that is the public healthcare system which is given by the government. That is normally, we know that they might be having limited sources only. That is, they still have this PHC सुना होगा आप लोगों ने, public health centers in many parts of the country. PHCs are one of the easily accessible healthcare service for the common people, for the local people. And at the same time, this is commonly found in the rural areas. At the same time, private players are there in most of the cities, metros, be it metros, tier 2, tier 3 cities, and all, which even with huge chain of hospitals like Apollo Group, it is there in many places. Fortis is there in many places. So India's competitive advantage here is in the pool of well-educated professionals, that too medical professionals in this area. And compared to many of the foreign countries, India's healthcare system is much more cheap. That is why we get so many tourists over here in the form of like through medical visa, because the healthcare system in our country is very cheap compared to many foreign countries. So now another thing which you have to remember here is, what is the growth which has happened over here? There has been, again, like in every sector here also, technology has played a very important role in development of the medical sector. Okay, so here we can say that IT, as I told you, technology, like there is MIS in most of the hospitals now. There are hospital information system in many of the hospitals which help in storing the data. Then all the data. Then there is telemedicine, which has gained a lot of importance nowadays. Then we can say online or electronic medical records, that is EMR, electronic medical records, which is again quite relevant nowadays. So just like in all other areas, in healthcare sector also we can see huge development in with the help of IT through technology. Like most of the hospitals now, they are like embracing cloud computing technology, and this is expected to give a better productivity in this sector. And that is most of these hospitals now will be coming forward for adopting automation so that the workforce management, their burden can be reduced. So they are like, this is done in order to improve the efficiencies. So most of the hospitals may come forward. Many more hospitals will be coming forward. They're adopting automation in order to reduce the burden on their workforce management, their public administration, their finance, billing, patient records, pharmacy details, and all. So even the communication system, communication in this area is going to be developed a lot. We can see that the future, when we talk about the future trends in the healthcare industry, we can say that in our country, growing population is one major thing which is to be noted. Growing population, then this is one factor. Then there is increased affordability. Affordability means due to competition, the prices may come down. It will be affordable to the normal people also. Then cheaper treatment cost as compared to many foreign countries. Cheaper treatment cost. Then we can say that these such kind of things which may change. Insurance, the growth of Mediclaim insurance and all in this field. All this shows a trend towards the like healthcare industry in India, which will help people to understand that healthcare is becoming more and more accessible to the customers. Now, because why it is like this? Because nowadays we can see the customers are becoming more and more aware about their health needs. Lifestyle diseases are increasing. I hope all of you know what is lifestyle disease. Lifestyle diseases are like BP, sugar. It might be like considered in a what you can say ignored by many people, but nowadays these lifestyle diseases are contributing to many more other diseases. So customers now are having more and more awareness about their health needs. They need quick response and they need less waiting time also. So they need hospitals and medical services nearer to them. So even the government will be taking more and more steps in this regard. Just as I mentioned, public-private partnership is quite common here also, where they will be giving more and more facilities for the common people. Then there is also challenges associated with at the same time. When we are talking about the benefit, challenges are also there. Capital cost, that is for setting up of a hospital. The investment cost will be very high in order to bring the medical equipments or to arrange for the medical equipments. That is also difficult because medical equipments cases and all, not everybody will be manufacturing. Very few local reputed manufacturers will be there. Then human resources. Human resources are increasing, but still they are saying that there is shortage of people in this particular sector. It is one of the largest area, as we had seen earlier, largest source of employment facility. But at the same time, there is shortage of people over here. Then it is, we can say, population. That is, I told you the opportunities, population, health insurance, these are all the opportunities. But at the same time, there are challenges as well. It is not easy to set up a hospital and get it run like earlier, but government is welcoming more and more hospitals. There are also schemes which are introduced by the government, which is tremendously improving the healthcare in the country. So this is about tourism, hospitality, and healthcare. Recent trends over here. You can understand that in almost all these sectors, IT is playing a major role. Information technology is going to play a major role. It is becoming more and more relevant. It is making the work easier nowadays, because instead of depending much on the employees, automation to an extent have helped to reduce the burden on the employees, and it is quite cost effective and at the same time the results are also good.